Hi everyone, how are you all doing? My name is Natalie. If this is the first time that you're watching my videos, thank you so much for being here. I hope that if you enjoy what I do and share on this channel, you can consider subscribe and share it with your friends. So I'm a tropical Western astrologer. I use the whole sign house system for all my forecasts. So I hope that gives you a little background of what I do. So in this video, we are talking about this week astrology forecast. And this video, we are talking about June 23rd to 29, 2025. I have to say, this is probably one of the very few best weeks we get in 2025, because some of you might know that this year, well, also next year and a few years down the road, but just to keep it short, let's focus for me. This year we have a lot of pretty chaotic and intense astrology, but this week is one of the very few that is like sweet and yummy and beautiful that you really don't want to miss it. So let's dive in and talk about it. So right now when I'm recording this is Monday afternoon. So if you are watching it right around the time I posted on Monday, I just want you to know that tomorrow, which we're going to talk about on the 24th, we have probably the best, I would say one of the very best, but probably the best aspect that we are having in 2025. It is the Jupiter Cazimi that is happening in the sign of Cancer, because Jupiter just entered Cancer recently. And this is happening at 3 degrees 21 minutes in the sign of Cancer. So back to what I wanted to say. If you're watching this on Monday or even Tuesday morning, and if you want to join, I am hosting a Jupiter Cazimi workshop right around when the Jupiter Cazimi is happening. And we will work with this energy. We will see where is it happening in your natal chart. We'll do a ritual to really anchor in that energy for yourself. And we'll also do a guided meditation to really feel it in our body, so that we can continue to expand, grow, learn what it is that Jupiter wants to help us grow and expand in that Cancer house. I know it can sound a little bit especially with what is happening around the world, but I believe that we are able to hold all kinds of emotions, and we have to, because it is also a form of resistance, is to able to know what is happening around the world. Yes, not to bypass, to see, witness, to know that what is happening, which is all those sadness, all those suffering that is happening with all the genocides and wars, but also hold on to hope, which is Jupiter. The hope, the faith that we, the collective, have the power to change and be the change that we want to call in. We keep saying we're birthing a new world, and we are. Before they can really come, we first need to face all these uncomfortableness, because nothing will grow and come in within our comfort zone. So anyway, yes, if you are interested, I already posted that Jupiter Cazimi workshop in the community post. Check it out. All the information details are there. Just email me if you want to join or if you have any questions. But let's dive in and let's talk about this Jupiter Cazimi. So it happens when the Sun and Jupiter align, conjunct together. Just like if you have been watching my videos or other astrologers, you might have heard of Mercury Cazimi. That's when the Sun and Mercury align. So this one with Jupiter. So this is beautiful, because Jupiter right now is in Cancer, a sign that Jupiter is exalted in, which means Jupiter enjoys being in Cancer. It has all the tools to do what Jupiter wants to do, which is to grow, expand, bring in growth and abundance in that house. So take a look and see, where is Cancer in your natal chart? Which house is ruled by Cancer? This is where Jupiter is, and this Jupiter Cazimi is. You really want to work with that energy, maybe to set some new intention, plant some seeds, do a ritual, or work with me. We do that together tomorrow night if you're interested. And again, it's joined by donation. No amount is inappropriate. $1, $1,000 does not matter, because at the end of the day, every single cent is going to an NGO in Gaza that is still operating, that provide fresh water to the people in northern Gaza Strip. And there's only very few of them that is still operating. They need our help. They desperately need our help. Every single cent count. So if you're interested, please join us, because I always believe in order to receive, we first need to let go and give. So we are making space by gifting our energy, aka our money, to those who really need and can really make use of it. And we, by doing that, create space, a cycle of abundance that will be gifted back to us by working with this energy. Anyway, so if you're interested, just send me an email. And if not, just use this energy and work with it yourself on the day. And then the next day, we have the new moon in Cancer, which is the best lunation you can have. Why? Because the moon rules Cancer. So maybe I'm a little bit biased, but any lunation, full moon, new moon in Cancer will always be a little bit nicer in some way, because the moon is at its home sign, right? So it's the most comfortable sign that the moon feels like. Even though not all the aspects are sunshine and rainbow, it is still a very beautiful new moon, because Jupiter Cazimi just happened. During this new moon, Jupiter is still conjuncting the sun and the moon. So it's perfect if you missed out on the 24th, right around that Cazimi, you can still use the new moon in Cancer to work with that energy. So this is happening June 25th, 6:31 p.m. Hong Kong time, or 3:31 a.m. Pacific time. So adjust the time according to where you are in the world. And like I said, because the Jupiter Cazimi just happened, this new moon, this dark moon, is perfect for us to really sink in and make some time to just spend it with yourself, to go inward, right? Dark moon is when we cannot see the moon. It is pitch black, but the moon is there, right? It's just that we can't see it, but doesn't mean it's not there. But to really go inward, right? And Cancer rules the gut. So sink into our gut, our second brain, which is our intuition, to really listen to that inner voice of yours, what it is that you want to set new intention to plant new seeds. What do you want to grow or continue to grow, right? And set a new intention or intentions for yourself, and come and check in 6 months later when we have that full moon in Cancer, right? So this new moon in Cancer is squaring Neptune and Saturn in Aries. But it is a separating square. It was exact last week, and this week the energy is still there because they're still very, very close together. But the square is starting to separate, you know, so the energy is still there, but not as strong. And yes, square is tense, is friction, but it's not bad. I know some astrologers might view this as like something that is hard, that is bad, but I really don't think so, because we cannot grow in a comfort zone. We always need to allow ourselves to feel a little bit uncomfortable and to take that leap of faith, right? In order to have that growth or to expand. So this square is also reminding us that while we hold the vision to set new intention, to plant new seeds, know that we cannot just set it and forget it, right? We do need to anchor into that energy and reflect on it. And also Saturn and Neptune remind us, in Aries, remind us that don't forget to take the inspired action to back it up, right? Because Saturn wants to make sure you do the work so that it will actually manifest into reality for yourself. So again, see what Cancer is for you, right? What house is ruled by Cancer in your natal chart. Maybe set a new intention there for yourself. But of course, there's also some sweet aspect that is happening during this new moon. So this Cancer new moon is happening at 4 degrees 7 minutes in the sign of Cancer, which is in the first decan of Cancer. And the first decan of Cancer is ruled by Venus. And the tarot card that associate with the first decan of Cancer is Two of Cups. This is a beautiful card, and this is a card that many want to receive when they do a tarot reading. And yes, it's a very beautiful card because you can see there's two people in the card. They are kind of like, you know, they both have a cup and they're gifting each other their cup. They're exchanging and receiving at the same time, right? So this is for some, not all again. For some, because this first decan ruled by Venus is associated with the Two of Cups, you know, this can be centered around some kind of relationship. So, but always remember, the most important relationship that you have is the one with yourself. So in some way, this is not two people. For some, this is one people mirroring each other, and this is the yin and the yang mirroring each other, which all of us has it. We're both masculine and feminine. It's about energy, not gender. Okay, so this can be about something regarding to a relationship. And during this time, the sun and the moon is also having a sextile with Mars and Virgo. This is a supportive energy, and this can be, for some, feels like that you feel like there's you want to nurture a relationship, right? It can be romantic, it can be platonic, right? It doesn't have to be with a lover. It can be with a friendship, family member, co-worker, or the one with yourself. You want to give back, pour back into your own cup. Where are you not nurturing within yourself? This is the time to ask yourself to sink into that energy and do so. Maybe this is for some, maybe this is about taking the next steps in a relationship, right? To make it a reality, to make it happen, right? Or maybe for some, because Cancer rules family, your home environment, maybe this is about you renewing your idea, right? This is you having a new vision of what home feels like or looks like for you. Maybe you used to have this dream or desire of what a family, what a home should look like for you, and perhaps it changed over the time. And this is a great time during the new moon to set new intention of this new vision, this new version of or new definition of home, family for you, right? And this is also a great time to do ancestral healing or connecting with your ancestor, your lineage, asking them for guidance, because Cancer talks about our family, our lineage, our ancestor. It talks about our roots, right? So this is a great time to do that during the new moon. And Cancer is a water sign. It rules by the moon, right? And we are 75% water. So definitely, if you want to work with this energy, I would really suggest work with the element of water, right? Maybe take a salt bath, go to the beach, you know, jump into the salt water, and anything with water, ocean, you know, do some water magic or so on and so on. So this is about the new moon in Cancer, and I am sending you all so much new moon blessings. On the next day, June 26th, we have Mercury in Cancer sextile Uranus in Taurus at 29 degrees. So this aspect can manifest in a couple different ways. Mercury and Uranus. So it can be a day where you receive some unexpected news, phone calls, information, or you might have some unexpected conversation, right? Caught you off guard maybe, or maybe you have some out of the box idea coming in for you, right? This sudden inspiration coming in, solution, ideas, or maybe this might come in through a conversation you have with someone, or you overheard something and ding, it connects to something else for you, right? Something unexpected. And because Uranus is that wild card, you might have some unusual or interesting conversation today, right? Mercury, it talks about communication, or you might hear something that is like, okay, interesting, right? Kind of out of the blue, out of the box, right? Not the usual thing. And this can also be a surprise, right? Something you didn't expect, maybe a sudden invitation for some people, not all, right? But at the same time, Mercury and Uranus together, it just feels very mental, right? Both of them, because Mercury is that mental energy, right? It talks about our thoughts, communication, and then Uranus is that electrifying energy. And both of them at 29 degrees is that very last degree, which is that like really heightened degree. So for some, or maybe many of us, will definitely feel drained today, like mentally exhausted, just feel like our brains are like fried, and we just need to take a break, rest, take a nap, or just have a less packed day, busy day if it's possible for you. So now that you have a heads up, maybe if you can, don't schedule too many things, don't make yourself way too busy if you can on the 26th. On 26/7, depending where you are in the world, Mercury is going to enter Leo at June 27, 3:09 a.m. Hong Kong time, or June 26, 12:09 p.m. Pacific time. So again, adjust the time according to where you are in the world. Mercury will stay in Leo until September 2nd. An awful long time compared to the typical 2-3 weeks that Mercury spent in a sign. I think some of you already know what is happening. Yes, Mercury retrograde is upon us, and it will be happening in the sign of Leo. So just to give you some dates to mark down right now, this upcoming Mercury retrograde will happen between 4 degrees 14 minutes and 15 degrees 34 minutes in the sign of Leo. So if you do have Mercury in Leo, or anything in Leo, or aspecting Leo between, I would say, 4 to 16 degrees, you might feel it more. The pre-shadow phase will be June 30th to July 17th. I always call that, phase 1, that's the pre-shadow phase. The actual retrograde is from July 17 to August 11. And then the post-shadow is right after August 11 until August 24. So the majority of our summer will be in Mercury retrograde. And I always let you all know that dates ahead of a time, so you can mark it down in your calendar. You can, if you journal, you can have that awareness and pay extra attention during those times. So let's talk about the Mercury in Leo energy first. Mercury in Leo is taking the microphone and command the stage, listen to me energy, right? It is about taking your voice back and let it shine, right? And this is about expressing yourself, that might lights up the room, that commands attention. People will listen to you. Or this is by, you sharing what you're passionate about, because Leo is, Mercury in Leo is about creative and passionate expression. This is about you sharing your voice, maybe sharing your art, your creativity, and what you're passionate about, what you believe in, that is true. And this is really what sets your soul on fire, and you want to share it. You want to let the world know what you're passionate about. So if you are, let's say, a creative person, that work in the creative industry, it's a great time to channel that energy, to make art, write songs, make movies, whatever it is, right? To write, to talk, right? To express yourself. And you might find yourself really embracing that energy during this transit. And Mercury in Leo is also that cheerleader energy. Like for me, it always reminds me of that. So this is a time where, first, remind yourself, be your own cheerleader. Sometimes we need to gas ourselves a little bit, but of course not overboard, because the shadow side of Mercury in Leo is not being considerate of other people, right? You're just taking the mic, taking up all the space, and forget that, hey, there's actually other people that wants to talk and express as well. Let them have some airtime too. Let them take the stage as well, right? This is about being mindful with that energy. Mercury in Leo can be a little bit dramatic, can forget about others, and being a little bit more self-centered sometimes. So if you catch yourself or others doing that, just be a little bit mindful. But if you are those people that's very shy, that just like don't want to talk or scared to talk, this transit might give you a little confident boost and just say what it is that you want to say, right? And this can be anything, not just what you're passionate about. Maybe you really, that person is really getting on your nerves, or that relationship is really just toxic and you need to address something. Use this transit to put your voice out there and put them in the place as well, right? And so also, with all those dates that I've just told you, just pay attention to what is happening around you. What are you moving through during those time? What kind of thoughts, conversation, ideas that is going through your mind, during the pre-shadow phase, right? Because they might come back to you during the retrograde, or they might need your attention during the retrograde to do some rework, re-evaluation, or so on and so forth. But we definitely will talk about Mercury in Leo as the time goes and as the Mercury retrograde come closer as well. So don't worry about it. I'll keep you up to date. And right after Mercury enters Leo, Mercury in Leo is going to ping pong quite a few aspects. So on 27, Mercury in Leo is going to first trine Saturn in Aries at 1 degree. So trine is a supportive energy. So this is a great day if you're looking for a day to sign contract, to like solidify some kind of like agreement, commitment, to make some concrete plans, to like say yes, to get that funding, to seal the deal, we so call. This is the day, because Mercury trine Saturn is like something that can grow, right? And maybe this is a day to have important conversation, right? And regarding maybe relationships, maybe dreams, boundary, right? Because we're talking about Saturn, this can be also well received to have those conversations because it's a trine, it's supportive, right? The next day, we have Mercury in Leo trine Neptune in Aries at 2 degrees. So again, trine, another supportive, helpful energy. So this is with Neptune this time. So this can be sharing your dreams and talking about your dreams. And Neptune is about compassion, about intuition, creativity. So this can also be a day where you feel very creative, you feel very inspired to create something, and creative juice might just comes in to give you an idea. Neptune talks about healing too, so this can be a day where you do some kind of healing work as well. Lastly, on 29, we have Mercury in Leo opposed Pluto retrograding in Aquarius at 3 degrees. Okay, opposition can be a little bit push and pull, can be a little bit uneasy, but like I said, squares and opposition, even though they create tension and conflict, they also inspire us to take action that can really benefit us. So this can definitely be a major headline news kind of day. So watch out for what is happening during the end of the week. There might be some big news. Whenever Mercury and Pluto have any kind of aspect, there's always some kind of big news, and there's always some kind of secret being revealed, or just like big thing coming out. So watch out, maybe some kind of secrets might come out, especially with what is happening around the world, right? Also, of course, power struggle dynamics, very resonating with what is happening. So definitely we might see something big coming out later part of this week. It can also be some really deep, profound, transformative message, information that is coming up for you personally, that maybe give you an aha moment, or like, oh, I did not know about that, maybe family secret, or whatever it is, right? Or maybe something that you didn't know is within you, like, wow, I didn't know this is within me. I didn't know I can feel this way or think this way. A kind of like a profound aha moment for some people. And this can also be a day where might help you to befriend your shadow, do some shadow work, right? Or do some kind of healing and that you're stubborn about, because we're talking about Leo and Aquarius, both a fixed sign. So this can be you face your own shadow and do some shadow work and heal something that you're stubborn about, but you know you have to fix it, right? But yeah, it can manifest in different ways. So take a look and see where is that in your natal chart. So this is the end, everything that is happening this week. I'm sending you lots of love. I hope one piece of information can be at least helpful or help you navigate through this week. Please always comment below. Let me know how you find it. You know, maybe later when the week is back, come back and reflect and let me know. And if you are interested in working with me, I offer all kinds of astrology consultation, tarot and akashic records reading. I also do distant Reiki energy healing sessions. If that resonates, if you're interested, my information are in the description box below. Just send me an email and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!